Sorry, guys, I got booted off my Twitch. One sec. I'm also eating breakfast. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me okay? Okay, I'm gonna mute myself while I eat. It is very yummy. And I'm sorry that I didn't do this sooner. I was gonna delay my stream, but then I heard a bunch of noise upstairs and I was like, well, I guess I'll just go eat on my stream. Anyway. Hello. Make sure to eat your breakfast. While I eat my breakfast, y'all tell me in the chat what we're doing today. What collective reading are we doing? What is the topic? What do y'all want to hear about? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to mute myself and eat, and then we'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I opted for not eating the bagel right now because I'm actually super full. I don't know why I made so much food. Because normally I eat that much food for breakfast. I don't know. But anyway, so the winner chicken dinner was what's ahead for the summer, because that got the most responses from y'all. So we're going to look into what is ahead for the summer. And I'm not being pulled to a single deck. So that's great. Ooh, no, I spoke too soon. Is anybody else, like, exhausted? Is it just me? I had to push my ass out of bed this morning, and it took every fiber of my being. And I don't even know why. I'm getting tons of sleep. But I've been so freaking tired. You would think I'm sleep deprived or some shit. Yes? Okay, so it's not just a me thing. Good to know. We're going to light some candles. We're going to put some sage. Vibes are going to start vibing, if you will. I'm just going to burn that. So let's just... I guess we're using this one today. I'm sorry that my lighting is not phenomenal. I am still getting settled and trying to get a good setup going. And lights are on my to-do list, but all of my extra money just went to the move, so y'all are just gonna have to be patient with me. Okay. I'm gonna let that burn. Let it burn. What is that song? First day back to work after a mini staycay, and I feel that. I'm exhausted. I fell asleep on the couch and woke up at 4 a.m. Happens. I'm so exhausted. We did our 6K this morning, and now I'm shaking. The dog. Yeah. It's called Burn, right? It's by Usher, is it not? Yeah. Okay. You feel it in your body, you find somebody who makes you change your ways, like hanging with your crew. I feel like that's a different song. You act like you're ready, but you don't really know. Wanna let it go up in there, done it. Can you tell I'm a millennial? Nobody wants to be alone. All right. Ooh, we have the horse spirit as the first card out today. Interesting. There's something very mythical about this. That's also making me think of that kids movie, The Last Unicorn. Is that what that's called? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm Googling it. I was right. It is The Last Unicorn. I don't know why, but this horse is really giving the unicorn from that film. It's from 1982, so it's a oldie. What else for the summer? Stag spirit. And I want one more. Groundhog spirit. Interesting. What's the bottom of the deck? We have the deer spirit. Be gentle to touch. That's not what that says. I don't know why I said that. Bring a gentle touch. Good morning, everyone. Once again, I forgot to mention this, as per usual, because ADHD, I probably should get medicated, but I don't want to. Anyway, I digress. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy our stream sessions. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back and supporting me. I love you all very, very much. If you are a Prime member, just a little hack, you can actually subscribe through your Prime, and then you don't have to watch ads. You do have to renew it every month, but it's just an option for those of you that have a Prime membership. If you don't and you do choose to subscribe to me, just know that it really does help support me in my journey and in my career. You don't have to subscribe, but if you do watch the ads, that also helps to give me a little bit of money. That helps me live my life, comfortably, if you will. Anyway, enough of that. Excuse me. I have to move my bagel. Also, remember to eat your breakfast. I'm feeling claustrophobic. I just came to see what the big sudden viewer boost in the tarot category was. LOL, must be a good reader. I didn't know that was a thing, but thank you. Authenticity speaks volumes, in my opinion, but... So, what is ahead for the summer, y'all? First and foremost, I feel like a lot of you are about to feel free. You're about to feel seen, I'm also hearing. But more importantly, I feel like you are going to be in this energy. Like, I'm seeing like a hermit in my mind's eye kind of vibe. It's like you are about to take a leap of faith. You're about to kind of like shift. That's what they just said as well. I don't know why, but they just showed me a door opening in my mind's eye. Why am I seeing Harry Potter? Something about Voldemort specifically. I don't know. I'm also being really pulled to the horns here, so there could be some sort of significance to that as well for some of you. I know, again, my lighting is trash. I'm working on it. I'm going to pull a tarot card for each one of these, and then, whoa, and we're going to see what comes out. That's kind of what I was getting the vibe of. So first and foremost, I do feel like because we have this groundhog, and stop, the Empress is going on top of it. That's actually so funny because that's also what I call my ex. So just saying. Anyway, this is really interesting. So the Empress just went on top of the groundhog energy, and right as the card flew out, I was really pulled to the heart that this groundhog is holding. It's giving this influence because this says like time to let go. A lot of this collective, part of the reason you're shifting into the energy of the Empress and your summer is about to be hella bright is what I just heard. Part of this is because you are letting go of pain on your heart chakra. You're releasing past trauma, past relationships. It's interesting that somebody mentioned calling their ex Voldemort. Perhaps you're letting go of that relationship. Perhaps you're letting go of the trauma that you experienced in that. And I feel like regardless of what this looks like for you, you are currently in this position where you're letting go of the pain that's been holding you back emotionally, is what I'm hearing. Like, there's such a big emphasis here that this group is shifting into themselves. You're stepping into a position of power. Do you know what else is intriguing? We have the Eight of Swords going on top of the Horse Spirit, which was about freedom. So I feel like for a lot of you, the freedom is mostly within your mind. This is going to be a really liberating summer for a lot of you. Something about mermaids. And now I'm seeing like some of y'all playing mermaids with your friends in the pool. I like that. Connecting back with your inner child. I feel like this group, you've been facing a lot of challenges internally. And a lot of these, I'm going to call some of you out. And I love you. Okay, just remember that it's from a place of unconditional love and no judgment whatsoever. Some of you are in the process of acknowledging that your mother wound has been calling the shots for a long time. And I feel like the more you acknowledge that your mom's internal criticism of herself has been projected onto you, the more you start to purge it. Because I feel like a lot of you with this energy here, this like, again, this keeps really giving me the vibe that part of the freedom that this collective is gaining is mental. You're no longer, confirmation. You're no longer feeling bound in a mental prison. You're no longer feeling restricted. You're no longer feeling the negativity of it all. They just showed me like an anchor in my mind's eye. So it's like a lot of you in the past were weighed down by your mind. You were weighed down by your anxiety, by overanalyzation, by trauma, ultimately. And I feel like part of this actually stems from your mother wound because she herself has a negative mindset. They're showing me like a woman who's afraid of everything, including her own shadow. A woman who has a tendency to be quite manipulative is what I'm hearing. Someone who is stuck in a negative self-talk cycle. And I feel like this was something that you learned from a young age because you saw your mom doing that. Therefore, that must mean that's what's normal. Okay. And I feel like the shift in this energy for this collective is you're finally recognizing the entrapment that you've had in your own head no longer needs to be there. Especially a lot of you that this does stem back from like your mother's wounds. You're no longer looking at it through the lens of anger or resentment. You're looking at it through the lens of how sad is that? How sad is it that you live such a sheltered life that you're afraid of absolutely everything, that everything you do makes you feel helpless? This is a collective of people who are trying to kind of rise above that pattern within your family's lineage, because I do feel this was generational. So like part of the reason that your mom does this is because she was taught that from her mother and so on and so forth. I am also hearing something about a fear of the world. Now, what's really interesting to me is I'm hearing that saying like it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a village to heal, it takes a village to raise a child, etc. They're pulling me to all of the hands with the swords on this card. It's almost as though like you have a community of people trying to help you with this. This could even be spiritually, sorry. This could even be like your spiritual team, ascended masters, I'm also hearing. Perhaps your ancestors. I really do feel like a big healing cycle that's unfolding this. Honestly, I'm hearing this is happening right now. So I'm hearing that this healing is happening during like the spring, and come the summer is when you're going to be in this position where you are free. You are liberated. Why am I hearing we are young? It's from like a musical. What is that? What is that? We are young. What is that? Is this it? No, but this is a great song. A story straight. Fencer in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. Waiting for me just across the bar. We can buy some sunglasses. Like a scar, and I know you moved it 2 months ago. Okay, I don't know, but that's what I found. Anyway, it's kind of crazy that if you think about it, that song was super popular and it's literally about domestic violence. That's how much society hates women. But anyway, We're not going to let Avery start on a rant about that today. The way I literally just heard, why not? Look at how colorful this is. I need better lighting, y'all. Better? This is all we can do for now. Also, don't mind my face. I'm having a bit of an allergic reaction to something that I used recently. Look at how colorful this is. So bright, so vibrant. This is this collective. I'm still trying to find that song, guys. It's kind of bugging me. We are young, wild and free. I don't know. That's all I got. Something about detachment is what I just heard. Which makes sense with everything that we just talked about with that, like, mother wound. A lot of you are currently in a process of detaching from that mindset, that narrative, her fears again. So what's interesting is this Six of Pentacles is going on top of the take the lead energy. And I feel like part of what this is about for a lot of you, it actually has to do with, like, embracing yourself. But also, once again, like, attracting people. Like, I'm being brought back to that last message we got about, like, how it takes a village. And I saw, like, a bunch of support. This collective, you might have the leader role. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, of course. But there's something about establishing community. Something about attracting more people into your life that are going to help you the way that you help others. There's, like, an equal give and take coming forward for this group. This could even involve some sort of generosity. Excuse me, confirmation. Some sort of good fortune is coming forward. I did just see, like, an influx in money for some of you. So if you've been struggling financially in the last couple of months, there could be some sort of an increase coming forward. But in order for that to come in order for whatever these blessings are that I'm seeing, I definitely feel like this group does need to let go of some stuff. And because the Empress is on top of this energy, not only is this saying, like, one, this collective has shifted into a more divine feminine energy within themselves. And remember, those of you that are new here, first of all, welcome. Hello. I love you already. Gender is fluid in tarot in my eyes. So I personally believe that we all have masculine and feminine energies that live within each one of us. And that means when the Empress comes up, if you identify as a man or non-binary, that's absolutely okay. This just means you need to embrace the feminine energy that's within you. And oftentimes, I find there's a lot of stigmatism and fear surrounding men or non-binary people, especially, embracing those parts of themselves, because embracing that makes you seem weak in the eyes of others. But if other people see you as weak just because you're embracing a feminine energy, that's not your business. That's theirs. That's their own misogyny. Okay? Anyway. So, something about a back tattoo could be important for someone. I am also hearing something about taking back control of your body. Taking back your power. I'm also seeing something about, like, a little, like, I don't know how else to explain this, but do you know those mirrors from, like, the 90s and 2000s that were, like, a mirror, but they look like the sun? There's something about either finding one while thrifting or seeing one in a shop of some sort. I don't know. But I feel like you're going to end up purchasing it, and then you're going to end up, like, looking at your own reflection in it. I'm also seeing something about peacocks, which just made me think of the movie 17 again immediately, and peacocking. No, this is like a sun mirror. I do love the Divine Feminine mirror, but let me see if I can find one. Yeah, immediately, as soon as I pop it in. It's unfortunately sheen, so I'd rather not show you that one. When did everything become about money? I'm just kidding. In capitalism, it's always been that way. I know you guys can't go back to it. Like, you can't click it when you rewatch the stream, and I apologize. That's the best I can do for that. Something about reading more. I'm also feeling like this collective needs to read more this summer. Getting into reading could be helpful for a lot of you. It's also a very grounding practice, so I recommend it. Currently reading The Fourth Wing, but I preach this book series to everyone. Read A Touch of Darkness. Read A Touch of Darkness, okay? It's about the story of Hades and Persephone, but like modernized. So good. Who is that by? Stephanie, maybe? Nope, Scarlett. Scarlett St. Clair. Some of you are clairaudient, so you hear spirit. You might start hearing more clearly. I read it based off your recommendation and ate it up. First series in a while. That's what I'm saying. It's so good. I bawled my eyes out. It got you out of your reading slump. I love that. You should also read Fourth Wing. It's really good. I wouldn't say it's as good because I personally have like a soft spot for A Touch of Darkness, but I'm also a slut for Greek mythology, as most of you already know about me. But the Fourth Wing series is really good. Like, it's comparable. It's different, but it's comparable. So I have been recommending that to people as well. Something about candles. I'm seeing like a room full of candles. If you're gonna do that, be safe, fire conscious, of course. Was I the only one that didn't enjoy? I haven't read that. I've heard it was really good, but like TikTok and Book Talk has steered me wrong so many times that I don't trust them. My friend is currently reading it. She's indifferent, is what she had told me the last time she had mentioned it. So we have the Four of Cups. I swear I'm the only one that didn't like A Court of Thorns. I thought it was mid. It put me in a book slump. The only one I liked was the second one. And then we have the Hierophant. Interesting. I'm seeing daisies, which also immediately made me think of the song Daisy by Justin Bieber. Remember, for those of you that are new here, I have ADHD, so like your brain is going to associate certain things with certain words, especially ADHD people or neurospicy people. So just because I'm seeing it and hearing it doesn't necessarily mean it's from source. It could literally just be my ADHD doing ADHD things, okay? I like to keep things grounded. ACOTAR was good, but the later ones were much... See, I don't agree. I thought the first one was trash, and then I thought the second one was really good, and then the rest of them were, like, I couldn't even read them. Like, it literally took me forever to get through that series. I probably won't even read the new one. But this is why everybody has individuality. We all have different tastes, right? Something about the sun. There's something about, like, walking towards the sun. Walking towards a brighter period. I am hearing walking towards the light. And then I feel like fear-based thinking surfaced. This is what I'm saying. A lot of you are breaking free from like a fear-based thinking, and I really do feel like for the majority of this collective, that mindset stems from your mother. There's something about like a pathway to success as well. And then we also have the Hierophant. For a lot of you, I feel like your grandfather is passed on both sides, is what I just heard. And he's helping you through this. There's something about how, like, one of your grandfathers, especially those of you that identify as Native or Indigenous, one of your grandfathers has some sort of knowledge to share with you, and he's trying to guide you right now in a spiritual way. I feel like for a lot of you that resonates with, you actually never met this man in real life. He could have passed away before you were born, or you were really young when he passed. I'm also seeing something about like Spanish descent as well as African descent. So there could be something significant about those cultures, especially Latina. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm also seeing something about, is that a band? Bad Omens? Is that a band? I feel like it is. I feel like I listen to some of their music when I'm at the gym. Yes, something about the band Bad Omen. I should have done that too. Let's delete that. What did I say about, like, an increase in money, though? I'm telling y'all, some sort of money is coming towards this collective over the summer. Excuse me, confirmation. Perhaps an inheritance for some of you. Because I am being brought back to, like, that grandfather energy. And again, he has some sort of knowledge to share with you. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So for those of you that have been struggling financially, I do feel like part of the shift that's coming in for you over the next couple of months is going to be more abundance in a financial perspective. And part of the reason why is because you're ready to receive it. You're not in a position that you would fumble it or that you would blow through it, where that could have been the case in the past. And I feel like because this collective is in a more secure place within themselves, mentally, emotionally, financially, and even spiritually, it's actually helping to attract more abundance towards you. I just need you to slow down. What is that? Found it. This is what I thought it was. This is another gym song for me. Apparently, I'm just giving you guys all my gym playlist. This one makes me lift so much heavier than I probably should. There's something about, I don't know how to explain this, but for some of you, there's someone from your past who is a bit of a mirror for you that could be popping up. And I feel like this was like a, I don't want to say karmic because it doesn't feel quite that drastic. And also, if you're new here, I actually personally think the term karmic is really rooted in misogyny, but that's, again, a topic for another time. But I feel like, no, baby, no. Because if you're in that mindset, it's never going to come. I say that with the utmost love, okay? But if you're clinging to your past and wanting someone from your past to resurface, then you're actually blocking that from potentially happening. The best way for you to attract that kind of energy is by letting go of the need to receive it and letting go of the person. Okay? I love you. But yeah, there's someone from your past that I feel like was a bit of a mirror for this collective that could be coming forward. And it doesn't necessarily for all of you need to be a past person. This could be like someone who is like a mirror into your soul. Like you two reflect some stuff to each other in a really healthy way is also what I'm hearing. I've been channeling a lot lately that the collective is starting to attract love. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're starting to attract it because you're in a more secure place within yourself where you're recognizing that you don't need love to survive, if you will. That's why I love your readings. Well, I am always here to give y'all the blunt, honest truth because that's how it should be. As I've said before, any reader just telling you what you want to hear is doing it for the wrong reasons. Do I care if your feelings get hurt? Absolutely. Am I going to be bent out of shape over it? Probably not, because I know you're going to get over it when the truth settles in. And that's what really matters. And if you never get over it, that's okay. I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, you know? Okay. Please hold. I'm seeing a deck in my mind's eye that is up. Because your girl is only like 4'11", 5 feet. I don't know, I'm short. And I have these up too high. Okay. I was just pulled to this one. Something about March of 2026. So like the March that just passed. Or March 26th. Could be important. Does this person have changed energy is all I care about? I don't think that matters. Okay, I'm going to say this in a really nice way. The only reason someone from the past returns is to bring forward closure. They are in your past for a reason. Being attached to the idea that you're going to, and I'm not saying you are, okay? I'm talking about collectively. Being attached to the idea that they have to be changed in order to come back into your life is kind of blocking what's probably meant to happen. So like just because I'm seeing someone from the past resurfacing doesn't always necessarily mean in the 3D either. Perhaps this person's going to come forward in a more spiritual way where you're able to let go. And like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer that like your past didn't work out for a reason. The relationships that you had with people, the connections that you shared, if they're no longer in your life, they're no longer in your life for a reason. And that reason is either yours or divine. Okay. And I feel like oftentimes when we have attachment issues, when we struggle with codependency, especially, we have a tendency to kind of hold on to the idea that these are our forever people. And that actually blocks our forever people from coming forward. I believe that too. So like ultimately, if this person does come back in the physical sense for you and they haven't changed, that really shouldn't matter. What should matter is that you have changed. I also agree. I don't believe closure is something you need to gain from other people because sometimes you just can't. Like sometimes people truly never change and that closure has to come from within you. But in this case, like I do see some sort of past energy circling the block, if you will. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's an opportunity for closure. Now, again, this could be energetic. Yeah, look, we have love bombing coming out. So this is interesting. I did a reading yesterday for Patreon. I don't know if any of you are subscribed to my Patreon channel, but this came out. And I feel like the energy today has been very aligned with that collective. So that collective was currently in the process of letting go of a lot of relationship trauma surrounding being love bombed. Surrounding being ghosted or left out in the cold, if you will. And I feel like this could also correlate towards that past person. Perhaps that person's coming back to like... honestly, I'm hearing for some of you this is about seeing truth. I also don't know why, but I just saw the character from Euphoria, Nate Jacobs. I don't want to say what just came into my mind in case some of y'all haven't seen the latest couple of episodes. But... perhaps this ex of yours was very aligned with that energy. I couldn't actually watch a couple scenes with Nate Jacobs' character because he reminded me so much of one of my exes. Like, they even look alike. I know, I had to look away, babe. Like, during that part, I was like, no. I, like, buried my head underneath my blanket and everything, and I love snakes. But that was like, whoo! Dare I say they did that very well. You kept asking if it was over. That's so fair. I watched it alone, so I had to be, like, listening. I think it doesn't matter. I think that why they're coming forward is a form of chasing. Like, trying to find the why. You're probably right, baby, but, like, at the end of the day, don't think about it. I know that's so much easier said than done, but, like, when you're fixating on the where, the when, the why, and the how of it all, you're kind of feeding into that energy. And I feel like what Spirit wants this collective to do is not focus on that. Don't think about it. If this person comes forward, they come forward. Who cares? If you truly are happy in your new relationship, that's really what should matter to you. So, like, focusing on your current connection is going to help you in multitudes of ways. And if this person resurfaces from your past because of your relationship, that's something you can evaluate at that time. Don't fixate on the future when the future hasn't even happened yet. I was watching it last night. He called in the whole series. Nate reminded me of him. Fair. So we do have Let Me Be the First to Teach You Some Things, and I think it's really interesting this came out with love bombing. I feel like a lot of my collective has either started to recognize the truth about love bombing, I don't know, words, if you will, energy, patterns, etc., or you're in the process of recognizing that now. It's almost like for some of you, there's a split down the collective here. So for some of you, you're recognizing this within yourself because you're doing some healing, perhaps because of a new relationship that's a lot healthier. Others of you, you're recognizing this because some of the people from your past have either already started to resurface. We are going into Mercury retrograde, so it's not really shocking. So they've either started to resurface or you can feel their energy circling and you're reminiscing on some of the stuff they used to say to you. Like, there's something... Did you just see my lights flicker? Confirmation. There's something about how some of this collective, part of the reason you're seeing this truth is because you're seeing the truth of the people, if that makes sense. So, like, the example they keep showing me in my mind's eye is, like, someone coming in and, like, saying all the right things, but you kind of, like, rolling your eyes and being like, yeah, okay, whatever, see you later, adios amigos. Like, I see through you now. I don't know why I just saw Windex in my mind's eye. This literally says, you see me and I see you, right after I said, I see through you now. I'm just saying. I also keep hearing that line from Obsessed by Mariah Carey. Bathe in a Windex. Perhaps this person's a little obsessed with you right now. Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. I am so psychic. It freaks me out sometimes. I'm gonna be real, okay? It freaks me out. Even know who you are. As a millennial, you cannot take away the drama when this came out. Like, I just can't even explain. I can't even explain the significance in pop culture that this song made. Boy, I wanna know, lying that you're next to me, that you're obsessed with me. Anyway, I love this song. Will forever love this song. I also think that her music video for this makes it even better. Like, the drama between Mariah Carey and Eminem should be studied. Like, It should have a doc series, honestly. I just think it's phenomenal. So I feel like this collective, your independence, like they're showing me a skyrocketing energy, which is confirmation. I feel like this collective's coming into money. The more you put yourself first, the more financial security you're attracting. So the more you say no, the more boundaries you hold, the more you stand on business, the more firm you are with yourself and like your worth, the more you're going to start to see gifts and blessings and abundance coming in. Interesting. Excuse me. This is a really specific message for someone. You have a narcissistic ex, okay? Someone from your past, who, I don't know how to say this, but like they wanted you because they wanted to see if they could hurt you, if they could make you fall apart, if you will. Someone who saw your independence, saw your stability, saw your confidence, and thought, I wonder if I can get rid of all that. And I do hate to say that I feel like they did succeed in that in some capacity, but that's shifting. It's like you're stepping back into yourself. You're no longer allowing whatever betrayal happened in the past to hurt you. You're no longer allowing this person to affect you mentally. And I feel like this is why I feel like this collective is falling in love with themselves. You're falling in love with your life again. You're falling in love with the life that you've cultivated and built. I know we have 8 Mile, but like someone else playing him. I have actually not seen that in like, I couldn't even tell you how long. Spirit's encouraging this collective to change things up a little bit. Do something out of your comfort zone. Do something a little different. For some of you, this involves like creativity. Maybe take a new class or go somewhere new, go to a different gym, go to a different, go to a different area. Others of you, this is like in your comfort zone still to a certain extent. I'm seeing something about playing a different video game. I don't know why, but like they're showing me a Nintendo Switch in my mind's eye and like playing something different on the Switch. I don't know. We do also have the going in circles. So I do feel really called to mention in my lived experience, when I'm stuck and stagnant, when my life is not moving in the direction that I want it to, when I feel like I'm stuck in a loop, shifting myself out of my comfort zone really helps to move that energy out. So like sometimes that's as simple as going to a new area in my community that I've never been before. Sometimes it's a little bit bigger and it means traveling somewhere I've never been before for a vacation. It really depends on the energy around you and what you feel you need to do. But the more you listen to your inner self, the more you're going to know. We also have I Thought About You today. Something about butterfly energy. And again, I'm hearing, why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I want to know. Anyway, something about monarch butterfly especially, which monarch butterflies are a symbol of transformation in a big way. We also have love how you maintain yourself, and I feel like this is just more from Spirit. It's Spirit saying, I love how you care for you. Some of you need to do some sort of self-care, especially like pedicure energy. And then I'm also seeing somebody liked the photo you've posted recently, if you posted something. Maybe even your higher self. I'll put that song on here too. Just a second. We're also going to pull from the self-care oracle. If you're not subscribed to my Patreon channel, one, I would recommend you do because you get some good insight there. But two, I did share a playlist I have on YouTube Music called High Vibes on yesterday's reading. And this song is in it. That's what made me mention it. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? As I've given you guys so many songs today, Spirit's encouraging you to sing. Have a little mini concert in your home. A good way to clear your throat chakra is actually through singing, which should not be a surprise to any of y'all. We also have Sweet Treat, but this gives more like bake a sweet treat energy than anything. Perhaps like fruit-based. I'm seeing like fruit explosion muffins. No idea. Also something about strawberries. Strawberry jam. Oh my god, ADHD. Strawberry wine. I think that's Chris Stapleton. Nope. No idea who that is, to be totally honest. We also have sex. I do like to remind clients this is an energy exchange, and you also don't need another partner to have sex, okay? You can have sex with yourself. And as a matter of fact, I feel like a lot of this collective needs to do that. I feel like you need to get freaky with you. Make a night of it. Have a bubble bath. Pour yourself some wine if that's what you're into. Do whatever feels right for you. And just have a night of utter self-care. Now, if you have a partner, it could be time for you and your partner to try something a little bit different in the bedroom. Take it however it resonates for you. We do also have massage. Either treating yourself to one or doing one yourself at home, or those of you that have a partner, again, your partner and you exchanging massages could be helpful. We also have alone time. And it being really pulled to the water, which is making me think of like going with the flow. I feel like spending time in your own company is going to be really helpful for this group right now. We also have spend time with animals. Connect with the community around you. I don't know why I just heard at large. And then we also have use your hands to create. And then we have connect with earth at the bottom of the deck here. That is what I got for y'all today. So we have any questions? I have to turn this light off. It's like giving me a headache. This tastes like an Oreo Blizzard. I don't even know why, because there's no Oreo in it. It's just coffee. It was very helpful. Good, I'm glad. It's just a coffee. It's just an iced coffee with good protein vanilla cupcake powder and some oat milk. And for some reason, it tastes like an Oreo Blizzard to me. But I also get like an Oreo peanut butter Blizzard, and that's exactly what this tastes like. And I don't understand how, because there's no peanut in it at all. Hello? Can I help you? This room is haunted, I swear. Anyway, y'all. I'm assuming we don't have any questions. Excuse me. I'm still so tired. Like, I could have a nap. My lights flicker all the time when I have specific thought. I would take that as an omen personally, but that's just me. Thanks for all that. You're so welcome. Thank you for thanking me. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go be a potato. Because I'm exhausted. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm so tired that, like, if I didn't know any better, I would think I was sick. Like, it took every fiber of my being this morning to get my ass out of bed. And, like, once I was up, I was fine. But, like, now I'm tired after working all morning. I will enjoy potato time. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but it's going to be glorious. Anyway, I love y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope to be back on Thursday, but with how tired I've been, I make zero promises. I'm doing my best. I'm still like calibrating. I did get my blood checked. I think it's because like my last place was not the safest. So I think that now I feel a lot safer and there's no highway noise right next to me. I'm just kind of like, my nervous system is rerouting, if that makes sense. But anyway, y'all, I hope to be back on Thursday. I make no promises. I will have a Patreon reading for y'all tomorrow for those of you that are subbed. And I will hopefully do a live at some point this week on TikTok. Anyway, I love you guys and I hope you have a great rest of your day.